Mr. Secretary, with a big welcome to you, because I believe this is a real bipartisan issue. We all have to cross those bridges and stay on those roads. Relative to this piece that you had in Newsweek on Wednesday, you lay out how you think the president can make his infrastructure plan this bipartisan reality. Give me your recommendations.
First of all, I think it does need to be bipartisan, and I think the White House believes it needs to be bipartisan. And I've had a number of discussions with the folks on the Trump team at the White House, and they're going to make every effort to include Democrats in crafting this legislation. The most important aspect of this is the funding. We all know that America is one big pothole. How do we pay for the 60,000 structurally deficient bridges? How do we pay for the crumbling interstate? And I say it needs to be more than just public-private partnerships, which is fine, but we also need to consider raising the gas tax, which has not been raised since 1993, more than 20 years, and it should be raised substantially.
Mr. Secretary,
that would get us back to a big pot of money that we really need to address these crumbling infrastructure issues.
Can that be done, sir, though, in the wake of the tax cuts bill that was just passed? How hopeful are you?
Yeah, it certainly can. 25 states in the last 3 years have raised their own gas tax. They know that is the way to fix up roads and bridges, and Congress can find a way to do this if they do it in a bipartisan way. It can't be one party. Raise the gas tax, create an infrastructure bank, use public-private partnerships, create tolling opportunities, create the kind of opportunities where you develop a multifaceted funding source, and then we get back to being number one in infrastructure. Then we put people to work. Then we really build America's infrastructure. But raising the gas tax has to be on the table, has to be debated, and really has to be implemented.
And where do we start? What is the issue that needs to be prioritized other than funding?
Funding is the most important issue. Look, everybody knows of a road that needs to be fixed. Everybody knows a bridge that's crumbling. Transit systems all over America are 50 years old. They need new cars. They need new infrastructure. Everybody knows what the problem is. What is the fix? The fix is going to require substantial financial support from the federal government. States have stepped up in the last 3 years and are doing it. Now the federal government needs to take the leadership. This is the hour for the Trump administration and the team at the White House and the Congress to work together for the American people to get our infrastructure back in a state of good repair.